Hello everyone, my name is Anjida. I'm one of the PT tutors at Milestone Study. In this video, we're going to learn about articles. Let's get started. Articles are very basic in English language. There are three articles, a and the. Articles come in front of the noun, and a and an are used for general nouns. So they could be anything. The is used when the speaker or writer thinks that the reader already knows the noun. Let's look at some sentences with a, an, and the. Okay, here, let me write a sentence here. She has a pen. So when I say a pen, so pen is a noun, and like I said earlier, articles come in front of the noun. You can also call articles a kind of adjective that come in front of the nouns. We're going to talk about adjectives and other things in our other video, but our main focus here will be article. So let's focus there. A pen, when we say a pen, that could be any pen. It could be a ball pen, it could be a fountain pen, it could be a very beautiful pen, small pen. It could be any color, any shape, anyone. Okay, so when somebody says that she has a pen, we don't know exactly what kind of a pen she has. Okay, similarly, if we say an apple, okay, now this apple could be any apple. Okay, this can be very small to very sweet to very sour, or a very big, or it could be a red apple, or it could be a green apple. But we just know that it's a general, it's an apple. We don't know how it is. Is it big, small, large, small, huge? Not, we don't know anything about it. It's just a general term, right? But when we use the, okay, for example, the car is parked. Let's say, okay, a simple sentence. The car is parked. When we say the car is parked, it means that the word car has already been used, and the reader already knows which car we're talking about. Okay, let's explain a little bit more here. Let me write another sentence so it helps you understand more. My neighbor rides a red car. All right, so again, we have a red car, okay, which means it could be any red car. It could be from any brand. It could be a sedan, or it could be a hatchback, but it's a red car, right? And the same car, that is the red car, is parked. Okay, so when we say a red car and we say the car, that means the car is the same red car that my neighbor rides. So we will use the as a pronoun to represent that the word has already been said and is already known. Now, let's see when we are supposed to use a and or an, or when we're supposed to use the. These are general terms, which means that these can represent nouns that can be anything. Okay, it's not specific. Okay, and a and an, they tell you a number, that is 1. So when somebody says, I have a, let's say I have a house, right? So that means this person owns one house. Okay, and this house can be any house. It could be a bungalow, it could be a normal, a small, cute house. It could be a big mansion, it could be a building, right? But this person owns a house. That means 1, right? I ate an orange means I ate 1 orange, right? But with the, okay, it does not represent 1 or any number, but it definitely can. For example, when we use the word the car in our previous chapter, when we were talking about a and the, this means that the car is only 1. Okay, so to show plural, we'll use the cars, right? So to make it plural, we'll use cars. For a and an, we can never say I have a houses, or she has a pens, right? They have a meetings. Because a and an are only used for singular nouns, whereas the, it can be used for both singular or plural. But the meaning is same. The will represent as it will represent words that are already known, and a and an will be used if you have to generalize a term and you have to show that there is only the quantity is only one. Moving onwards, we can use a and an only for nouns that are singular and countable. Okay, countable means we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So for a and an, okay, we'll use objects. Okay, in my previous sentences, I used house, which is an object which has a physical appearance. So we can count 1 house, 2 house, 3 house. We have 10 houses in my neighborhood, right? So 10 houses in my neighborhood means there are houses that I can count. So I can say a house, right? Apple is again tangible, it's a product. So I can say 1 apple. I have 5 apples in my basket. So apple is countable. So I can say 5 apples. Pen, like I can say I have a lot of pens. So I can count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So lucky 7. I have 7 pens, right? So I can count them with my hands, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So if any object like these are countables, like 1, 2, 3, if you can count them like this, that means they are countable nouns, right? And you can use a and an for them. But for the, it definitely can go with countable nouns. Like you can definitely say the pens, right? The houses, the cars, right? Or we can say the phones, laptops, countries. Like countries are also a countable noun. So countries, all of these words that can be counted are like singular nouns can also be used with the. But with the, you can also use nouns that are not countable, that you cannot count. For example, water. You cannot count water. So you can say water, the water. Similarly, you can say the education system or the education, right? You can say the skill, or you can say the knowledge, right? Or the homework. Okay, but with words that are not countable, like I said, water, juice, you can say homework, or for example, somebody's knowledge, information. These things are not countable. You can't say he has 2 knowledge, or we can't say that we have a 5 homework. Okay, and I know that in our culture we've always said 5 homework. I have 1 homework, I have 2 homework. But homework is like an uncountable now. It means you have some work to do at home. It doesn't mean you have 1 or 2 or 3 homework. Okay, so homework is actually an uncountable noun. So for uncountable nouns, you can never say a water, okay, or you can never say a homework. That will be wrong. That would be that would be a grammar mistake. So you can't say an education, okay, because this is going to be wrong. This is not in English grammar. So if we need to write a, or if we have to say an, okay, we can say a cup of water, okay, because a cup is countable. You can say I have 10 set, like you have 6 cups. So a cup of water, or a set of homework. Okay, so if you use it like this, you can definitely use a and in homework and water, because cup and set are like they're countable. But for water, homework, education, knowledge, baggage, luggage, traffic, these are uncountable. Like salt, rice, sugar, even these are uncountable nouns. So we will never say a rice. We'll say a sack of rice, right? A bag of sugar, okay, a spoon of salt. So we can use it like this, but we can never say a bag, a sugar, or a salt. Okay, we'll never use it like this. Okay, and the uncountable nouns, for uncountable nouns like water, juice, and the knowledge that I've said, these words can never be plural. Okay, these are considered singular nouns forever. So you can never use them in plural. You will never see people say waters, salts, or rices, or homeworks. We do use homework, but then that's wrong. We use it wrong. All right. So we can never say homeworks, educations, knowledges, informations. We'll always say information. We'll say education. We'll say water. We'll say juice. Okay. But never plural. Okay. And since these words never go plural, these are always considered singular. Okay. So whenever we add any verb to these, for example, education is, not are. Okay. Homework is. Okay. Or you can say knowledge has. So we'll always use singular verbs for these uncountable nouns. And for plurals, definitely we'll say pens are, houses have, cars were. Okay. Everything in plural. But for singular, we'll use, for uncounted noun and singular, we'll use singular verbs. That's it for today. I hope you guys gained some insights into today's topic, and I hope that you learned articles. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and of course, subscribe to our channel to watch more such videos. Also, comment which topic you'd like us to cover next. Thank you all for your support. See you in the next video.